Okay, this question is for the Derek Carr, who's looks like you got a U8 team, and some of them are weaker than others, and it's hard training when there's some who excel, and you have some who you lost some players. So the question is, how do we run training so that the whole team gets better, a little bit better every training session, and they have more fun? I think first things first, you actually want to, if your son's the best player on the team, then it might make sense to get him on a team where he's not the best player. If he's passing to himself, I've been in this situation where if you feel like you're the only one on the team who's doing decent, you might need to get him on a different team where he can grow, even though it might be more inconvenient for your schedule, right? But that's something that I would do. If my son was the best on the team and the rest of the team was not doing well, my son's going to another team to get better somewhere else. I just said something along the same lines to another coach who asked me the same exact question. How do I run training session every day or every training session to help my team improve? So you want to break it down into 4 steps. Warm up. Get them a good warm up. Number 2, ball mastery. You teach them a new ball mastery skill every training session, and then have them revisit the past ones. So there's a natural progression. You start with either toe touches, right, toe taps, or inside the foot shuffles, and then if you search Cover Skills Mastery, it's an app, or you could find it just online if you Google it, COERVER. That's Cover Skills Mastery. So you want to teach your team a new ball mastery skill or drill every training session, right? So that their dribbling skills improve. That allows them to get their head up. That's going to help them make better decisions. Then you could transition into soccer sequences, right? I did the same exact thing with players who are the same exact age, right? 6th, 7th, and 8th grade boys, right? It's U8s, same thing. It goes with the right foot. You go outside, outside, inside, outside, inside. And on that last touch, it goes across your body, and you do the same thing with the left foot. Outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, switch foot. Outside, outside, inside, outside, switch foot. And the key is to say it out loud when you're doing it, when you're demonstrating for your team, and you want to go slow, right? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. A lot of players I teach this to, they try and go way too fast, and they lose the essence of what I'm trying to show them, which is it's a rhythmic dribbling pattern that's going to give them the foundation to learn other moves. I call it the Rosetta Stone of dribbling, or you could call it the foundation of dribbling, right? Because what you can start to do is when you turn this move into muscle memory, you go outside, outside, inside, outside, scissor, or outside, outside, inside, outside, step over, or outside, outside, inside, outside, L move, right? So it combines with other moves, and it's just a foundation for success in terms of dribbling abilities. The next thing you want to go to is what's called the barrel game. And what it is, it helps players develop the ability to juggle the ball while moving forward. If you've ever seen Drumline, where Nick Cannon, he embarrasses his instructor, but then the headmaster sees this, comes over, calls him out, and then said he has to follow before he leads. So then the headmaster starts drumming on his drum while moving forwards, or moving backwards, and it forces Nick Cannon to drum on his drum while moving forward. It's the same exact thing with juggling. You can juggle while moving forward, or juggle while standing still, but the true test is, and what will really improve your players, is the ability to juggle while moving forwards with different parts of their feet and their body. So you take one garbage can, you have your whole team circle around the garbage can, and then you say, okay, right foot, they each have a ball in their hand, and you go right foot first, and you could do it either with or without a bounce. My guess is that they need a bounce. So they kick it out of the air, and it bounces, they kick it, and it bounces, and they kick it, and ideally it's gonna go into the barrel, right? So then you go right foot with a bounce, then left foot with a bounce, then alternating feet with a bounce, right thigh with a bounce, left thigh with a bounce, both thighs alternating with a bounce, and then you finish any body part you want, feet, thighs, whatever, and then without a bounce. And maybe by the end of the season that you could go right foot no bounce, left foot no bounce, alternating feet no bounce, right thigh, left thigh, alternating thighs, and then any body part you want, no bounce. And this is a fun game you could do with your son at home as well. And the last thing you want to finish on is 1v1. Each player you pair them up in groups of 2, and they're playing against each other against cones, right? Ideally, if you have some smaller balls, that's going to help their touch and their skills mastery. They're trying to knock each other's cone down, right? So it's a 1v1. You're creating 1v1 situations where they're getting a lot of touches on the ball, and they're going to improve tremendously. And then after maybe best of 3 or best of 5, or after 5 minutes, you say the winners play each other or the losers play each other, right? You just want them to play different people and have lots of fun, right? So this is a framework you could use every training session, and it's going to be a lot of fun, right? Barrel game's a lot of fun, 1v1's a lot of fun, and just working on those fundamentals. All the parents of my team, the team I coached out of this, right, the middle school team, they all said that the following season, all their kids got way better, right? They all said it. The same pattern of training, it helped me, it helped my players, it can help you. You just stick with that simple foundation, encourage your players, and reach out if you have any questions, and thank you for your time. Okay.